Hey, everybody. What's new? It is good to see you all. We'll see how long it takes people to trickle in. Let me know you can hear me when you get here. Oh, it's going to take its time today. That's okay. We can talk, just me and the camera, I guess. Although I don't know what to talk. Well, hi, Miss Susan. How are you? Lupita, Professor Justin. Hi, honey. How are you? Susan. No, Lupita. Lupita wins first in. Bill. It is good to see you, Justin. I am so happy for you. I am really happy for you. Mandy, sweetie, it is great to see you. Susan, no. Lupita. Lupita wins first in, but I don't know. Let me see. Okay, hold on a second. I am not sure. I do not have prizes for today, y'all. I do not have prizes for today. I am sorry. Susan's a mod, Lupita. Mods don't count. You sent prizes? When did you send prizes, Cricket? I didn't get prizes. When did you send prizes, honey? I can't say I was surprised. Oh, hey, brain fog. How are you? The cat sitter's coming. Are you ready for your trip? Paolo. Sweetheart, it is good to see you, my dear. They just arrived, Cricket. They just arrived. Hold on. There they are. Just a second. Here they are. Look at that. Lupita. Okay, I think I've got it figured out. Good vibes. Hi, sweetie. It sure feels weird. Professor, you saw Eric Rader. Did you see him building gingerbread houses with Cheryl, I'm so jealous. Brain Fog is going to be in Clearwater and gets to meet everybody. I so much wish I could go. Okay, Lupita, I am using StreamYard today. Let me Indigo, it is good to see you. You wanted to go too? Yeah. I really, really wanted to go. I'm really upset, but another time. Another time. I am distracted trying to work through how to show. Look at that. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Lupita, there is your first in award. I know I said I was going to make fudge this weekend, but that did not happen. So apologies to those who were looking forward to that. It did not happen. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? I had I'm glad yours was good, Susan. Lupita, I'm glad you like it. You know the drill. Delicious Thanksgiving. What's everybody's favorite Thanksgiving dish? Was lovely. Yeah, mine was lovely. We had the whole family. It was quite nice. Heather. Ribeye roast. Nice. Green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. I haven't had green bean casserole for years because nobody at my home eats it. Heather, no fudge. I'm really sorry, sweetie. It's going to have to wait until next weekend. Pumpkin pie. I make an excellent pumpkin pie, and that's what I was doing yesterday instead of making fudge. My daughter-in-law could not stuffing and sweet potatoes. What kind of stuffing? Good vibes. What kind of stuffing? Ooh, Susan, did you like it? Pecan pie is a lot, Susan. For somebody who doesn't like sweets, pecan pie would be a lot. A lot for someone who doesn't like sweets. It's not the first pie I would recommend. How did you like it? You had 5 generations in one table with your family. Silent Boomer, Millennial, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. It was great to see your nephews and niece. Oh, that's wonderful, Indigo. Fresh cranberry sauce? Nice, Indigo. How do you make the fresh cranberry sauce? I'm curious. Too sweet, but it was all right? Yeah, Susan. Stovetop stuffing? That's what you like? Good vibes? Stovetop it is, girl. There will be pie in the sky when you die, Bill. I make an excellent pumpkin pie. It is half pumpkin pie and half sweet potato pie. So I combine them and I use fresh ginger. And you bought pecan pie and pumpkin pie from Trader Joe's. Other years you made them from scratch. Saved a lot of labor this year. Yes, Professor. Ooh, cornbread stuffing, Susan. Did you make the cornbread from scratch? I mean, you got if you're making cornbread stuffing, you got to make the cornbread from scratch. Cornbread stuffing sounds good. We haven't had that for years. Maybe I'll try that. Of course you did. Of course you did make it from scratch. Nice. I made corn pudding for my 3rd child. Ah, mainly because you have to get it from your mom. I found I was looking for a place to publish. How could I print a cookbook with my recipes for my kids? And I found a place that will print them, but also this place that'll print them has a website and you can pay them to utilize the website to allow everybody access to the cookbook. So it's very super handy because now if the kids need a recipe, I can just direct them to the website. And then if it's not there, they can pester me further. But like the corn pudding wasn't my recipe. The corn pudding was my mother-in-law's recipe. And this year I could not find my copy of it anywhere. I could not find my copy of it anywhere. And so I was a little freaked out. Um I was a little freaked out because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I realized we've got this, we remembered that we've got this cookbook, and we had put it in the family cookbook, so it's there memorialized. Sometimes the cloud is good for some things. I will concur. Sometimes the cloud is good for some things. You guys got quiet all of a sudden. Did y'all get quiet all of a sudden? Are you still here? Did we exhaust that line of discussion? What else can we talk about? Anybody know what tomorrow is? Anybody? You guys got really quiet all of a sudden. Your second favorite is your dad's mashed potatoes. Okay, it's okay if people multitask. Y'all can multitask all you want. It just got like, it is Tuesday tomorrow, Indigo. Thank you. That is one thing it is tomorrow. Professor, I tell you what. My husband got one of those fancy inverted, you have to invert it, use the gas canister to whip cream makers. You're on your elliptical. Good for you, Lupita. Oh, voting. Yes. Yes, it's important to vote. If you have any special elections tomorrow, please make sure and get out and vote. Yes. So, Professor, it is by far the best whipped cream I have ever had in my life. I mean, it makes whipped cream. That's not true. It's not the best whipped cream. I'm being facetious. You made whipped cream from scratch in years? Yeah, we've always made whipped cream from scratch too. the little cartridge thingy makes it so much easier, and it tastes so much better. The difference between regular whipped cream and the kind made with cartridge is like night and day. It makes regular whipped cream taste like heaven. But I understand, Professor. I understand. My children are currently, I have a child who is at the stage of life where they need to till the soil in order to sow the wheat under the right summer sun, in order to grow the wheat to maturity and harvest it appropriately and age it and then grind it into flour to the appropriate fineness, and utilize that flour to hand make bread. And I left out about 75 intervening steps. With each step there I did that my kids think is important, and that is just a metaphor for how they like to do all of the things. And I understand, because I used to like to do all of the things this way as well. I have some understanding of that process. And there is a reason I have an automatic and not a stick shift. There's a reason I have an Apple and not an Android. There's a reason I have a Mac and not a PC. And all of those boil down to basically the same reason that I buy bread at the bakery. The daily grind was about making bread every day. Exactly, Cricket. Now that it's not necessary, it's an art form. Anyhow, and a hobby. Point being, there is something to be said for professors whipped cream out of a can. And yes, oh, Indigo, yes. I was just, however people want to do it is fine. I just don't have the spoons anymore to devote. What about Prince Albert in a can? Do I have Prince Albert in a can? Let me go check on that, Adam. I'll be right back. Yes, I'm talking about the nitrogen canisters for whipped cream when you were a barista. Exactly, Indigo. It makes the best whipped cream in the world. I have not made non-dairy whipped cream, Heather. The only non-dairy whipped cream I know about would be the stuff like Cool Whip. Cool Whip is non-dairy whipped cream. Otherwise, I would use coconut milk if I were you trying to make whipped cream. I would think coconut milk would whip up. It's so weird having the handles come through instead of you guys' names. So I asked you guys what tomorrow is. Almond cream cheese coming? Oh, that would be interesting, Adam. Almond cheese. I'm assuming you mean cream cheese made out of almonds. Almond creamed cheese, yeah. Adam, you seem to always arrive with Adam, but it's nice to see both of you. It's a dairy substitute cheese. How is it? Did you hear, do you follow Park Rose Permaculture, Adam? She had an interesting argument today. It must be nice to be both of us. Yes, it must, Adam. It is, Susan. She had a hot take today that veganism is an alt-right pipeline. She has gotten a hell of a lot of pushback for that. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, I thought about you guys would probably prefer it if I don't keep coughing in your ears. If I take an enzyme pill, pretzels, and pub cheese. Nice. Adam Carmota, veteran of internecine vegan conflicts and probably also ARS. Park Rose Permaculture had a hot take that veganism is an alt-right pipeline, similar to the crunchy alt-right pipeline. Big Chief, sweetie, how are you? The green arrows? What does the green arrow mean? I think I'm missing something there. Big Chief, sweetie, it's lovely to see you. Anyhow, Adam, when I saw your comment about almond cream cheese, it made me think of Park Rose Permaculture's hot take. I don't know about veganism, but anti-civilization. Derek Jensen type stuff can be. Burzum is a vegan, I think. It is always a pleasure, Big G. Always a pleasure. Anything can be corrupted, but her hot take sounds silly. Yeah, I think it's anything can be corrupted. I think it's anything can be corrupted. And she as much as said that in her response. So it was just interesting. For an SS Zoom call? You're on the SPTV to Free Zone pipeline. I think that's a good pipeline to be on, Bill. I like that one. Let me check something. So I do that a lot, don't I? I just say so as a punctuation. I think that way. So then, mhm. So next, just kidding. Oh, my goodness gracious. So much is going on in the world. Is everybody safe and fed? I didn't hear of anybody being affected. You're going to stick with your communist fried chicken? Okay, cricket. I didn't hear of anybody in our community. Hold on a second. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, maybe that's better. Yeah, you can still hear me. You're on Playhouse 90, the Twilight Zone pipeline. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of the Twilight Zone right now. I wake up constantly wondering if it is reality. It seems to continue to be reality. Thank you, Cricket. The planet is being taken over by all the lost kitties from TGAC. They're doing God's work. I hear Planet 2 is being taken over by all the lost kitties from TGAC. They're doing God's work. Oh, that would be lovely, Heather. That sounds perfect. Have people missed the like button antics? How are you, sweetie? How were things on Saturday? I'm sorry, I was having technical difficulties. And then you had so many people, and I didn't have much to say, it seemed. So I just um let you guys go. And then the kids came over and yes, I do like to try for you on Saturdays antics. It's a nice time. I have a nice time. If any of you have not subscribed to Antics, please subscribe to Antics. And sometimes I'm over at her place on Saturdays. Sometimes I am over at her place on Saturdays at noon my time, which would be 3 p.m. Eastern time. That sure took a long time to process. Noon my time will be 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm at Antics Place on Saturdays. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you, Cricket. And please, you guys, hit me the like button. Okay, Adam. The knitting chat is great even if you don't knit. You think so, Cricket? Antics, are you on Facebook? I won't ask your name on Facebook. I just want to know in general. Are you on Facebook? And the reason I want to know is there is this Facebook group called Moderately Offensive Fiber Artists. Moderately Offensive Fiber Artists. Cricket says we have very interesting conversation and an international panel, and he is not wrong. We do have very eclectic conversations. We talk about food. We talk about knitting. We talk about canning. We talk about preserving. We talk about crochet. We talk about cooking. We talk about. We've already had this discussion. You're on my space opera, Adam. Okay, Antics. It's a lovely place. You need to go check it out. Oh, and also, like Antics says, we discuss SPTV stuff. Lots of SPTV stuff. We discuss all that other stuff too, though. And yes, Antics tries to promote all the streamers. And Heather, I am sorry, the gnomes. Heather's gnomes, y'all. The talent in this community. Yes, that's what I thought you meant, Antics. Bill. No, Justin. I won't make you a moderator, honey. Mildly offensive? Let me check. Hold on just a second. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm looking. I had to get I had to get in. Mildly offensive fiber artists. Yes. Antics, let me show you a picture of the kind of artwork that my grandfather used to make. Anyhow, let me get back to you and let me show you this picture. J-Bat, thank you. Thank you, J-Bat. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I hope you're still here. And Justin, somebody put your channel. Oh, and hey, circled in red, how are you? It was on Tony Ortega's Substack today, Bill. That's really interesting. I'll have to go read it. OT Flag Public got busted for gross crimes on Tony Ortega's chat. Tony Ortega's page. Okay, let's take a look at this. Here we go. Is it working? No, it won't let me share the screen that way. I can read it out loud to you guys if you're interested. Give me a minute to figure out the rest of the chat and we'll come back to it. I want to talk about Janelle. So that's two things. Janelle and Tony Ortega. Alan Alda is only mildly offensive? Yes. J-Bat, thank you. Back to you. It's nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by and saying happy birthday. Let's get you to 600. Yes, if you haven't subscribed to Justin, please do it. He's almost there. GG Alan Alda is wicked. Okay, I missed it. I know it's no fun if you have to explain it, but I missed it. You're procrastinating getting to the gym, so maybe just the spa tonight. That sounds lovely, Heather. You're welcome for being here. Thank you for stopping by, dear. We love having you. Justin only needs 3 subscribers to reach 600, you guys. Art Vandalay is your Antics Costanza. Just sub to Justin circled. You're so sweet. Susan, you're interested? What are you interested in? Cricket? Oh, Justin, look at that. Dusty, subscribe to Justin. He only needs one more sub. Yes! Justin! You did it, man. You just keep at it. You just keep at it. 601. Thanks, Dusty. How are you? I am so jealous. You did. Yeah, Tony Ortega. Okay. Before we get to Tony Ortega, I just want to take a moment and talk about Janelle. She was incredibly gifted, incredibly talented. She was always very kind to me. Yay, Adam. I think you were 601, Dusty. She was always very kind to me and incredibly encouraging to me, specifically about the rocks that I paint. Janelle got you to 50 subs one night. Yeah. She was always very kind to me. We are always sorry when we don't see people around here. And sometimes can I do a celebration live stream for you, Justin? I just did, honey. I just did. That was your celebration live stream, sweetie. You got the subs and you got the celebration. I hardly did a celebration live stream for me, sweetie. You got a message saying you broke 3,000 hours over the weekend, but you have so many private that you just sow 1,000. Oh, antics. Dusty, that's a really great point. Please subscribe, Justin, to all of our channels. So Janelle was highly complex, as most individuals are. She was always very kind to me. And I really enjoyed her and missed her not being around. She was kind, she was funny, she was smart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's just take a moment. And maybe think of something arty you can do. Just spend 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Just spend a little bit of time being mindful with some sort of art. That's what Janelle was all about. Was being mindful with art. That was what she taught. At least that's what I took from her. And so I think Paolo, I think she will be missed. I know she will be missed. she she was a great addition to this community. Hold on just a second, you guys. Okay. We are good. Antic says Maya is really grieving her right now. So if you see Maya in Art Supply Hoarderland, be sure to be very kind. They were very, very good friends. And so, yes, if you do see Maya in Art Supply Hoarderland, please be very gentle with her. It is a very difficult time. She from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, Maya did a lot to get a wellness check on Janelle. I think that was Maya who made that happen, which is, it's so hard to lose a friend, even a friend that you don't see in person. If they are somebody that you connect with and they're just all of a sudden gone. And they were just a friend. So there is no connection to the family. There is, she had a heart attack mid chatting with Maya. Oh my. Justin, Dusty says, let me introduce myself. Hi, Justin. I'm Dustin. Everyone calls me Dusty. I'm the guy with others always trying to grow the community every day. He is trying to grow the community every day. We all welcome you, and there is a big event this week. Dusty, I was going to talk about that. Don't let me forget. And we've still got this thing to talk about over on Tony's Substack here. So Janelle, yeah, it's and Maya. So I don't know how many of you know this, but my very dear friend was in a terrible car accident. The November November before the pandemic. And he is still alive, but in a non-communicative state. And he's just a friend. The family, and he was an exchange student. The family is in another country. It's not even in the United States. It's in another country. He's in another country with his family at home being cared for 24/7. I know how much it can hurt. I mean, not that I'm the only one. I'm just, it was November. I lost my friend in November. I lost my dad in November. Mama Catoni, Portugal. Exactly. The cat sitter has been briefed. Excellent brain fog. So, Friday, my dear friend Brain Fog with her Papa Cat will be flying to Clearwater to demonstrate Scientology in downtown Clearwater with our dear friend Dusty. And I am so excited to watch them and so disappointed that I can't be with them. And boy, I needed to get out of that conversation about my friend real quick, didn't I? Thank you guys. What story tomorrow on live, Mama Cat? Adam, Clearwater, Portugal. 80 degrees. We're lucky to hit 50 right now around here. You almost didn't go? Oh, brain fog. That would have been really sad. That would have been really sad. I'm glad you're going. That story is what you'll talk about tomorrow. Okay. I know you had a tough day. Lows in the 60s. Yeah, we're lucky to get highs in the 50s right now. Yes. Dusty, did you see what Bilf is talking about? We were just about to get there, Bilf. A Clearwater Scientology was recently busted for reasons. So I can't show you this. It won't let me display it, but I can read it to you or summarize. It says on November 13th, a 57-year-old Clearwater, Florida man named Aaron Mathis had been arrested for SA of a child less than 12 years with more than 30 incidents stretching over a year. According to court records, he's facing multiple felony accounts of battery of a child that carry possible mandatory life sentence, and he's currently in Pinellas County Jail. He has pleaded not guilty. We being the underground bunker, we received a tip from a friend of the family. I'm not sure friend of which family, if it's a friend of Mathis family or friend of Tony Ortega's family. That doesn't make any sense, but nonetheless, I mean, reference people. Be clear about your reference. We received a tip from a friend of the family. Who is we? And which friend of the family? That Mathis is the same Aaron Mathis listed in Scientology publications going back almost 20 years. So it says he's a Scientologist, but Scientology, he's completed OT1 auditing level in 2020, and he's completed 3 rundowns during his career. It's in the 20s there with ice on the ground. Susan, I can't believe that's colder than it is here, my dear. Adam, I'm pretty sure not. He's in jail with Aaron. That's right, Adam. He's currently in custody at the Pinellas County Jail. You're right. Excuse me for a moment. My phone was emergency buzzing at me. It only does that in some circumstances. When was the arrest? Let me see. November 13th. It was reported on November 13th. I don't know when was the arrest, Dusty. Okay, Dusty. Thank you. I'm just reading what Tony Ortega wrote. So, y'all, I cannot stand behind any of what's said here. Please don't y'all stand by it either. I am just reading what Tony Ortega wrote. You just posted a Vlogmas video? Cookies might be in order? Hey, Mandy, sweetie, what did we talk about? We talked about a Scientologist possibly being in jail in Clearwater for being inappropriate with someone underage. So, a Scientologist, an alleged Scientologist, according to Tony Ortega. Yeah. Yes, antics. A minor. Chocolate chip sounds excellent. I make it. My kids make, and I started making these brown buttered chocolate chip cookies with brown butter. Of course, that's in the title, right? But you'd think. But oh my goodness. Browning your butter for the chocolate chip cookies makes so much difference. Yeah, I know. You know what else I did? You know what I did yesterday? Oh my goodness. You know what I did? My daughter in law brought molasses cookies and I put them in the oven. She brought molasses cookie dough and I put them in the oven and I burnt them. Burnt them. I burnt them. Badly. I love molasses cookies. Yes, antics. It was very sad. A whole dozen. I made a full dozen. I rolled them in turbinado sugar and everything, antics. They were so good. I did forget. I did. I totally forgot. It does happen. Molasses hockey pucks are useful too. Yeah, they were hockey pucks. They were. It was sad indeed. They were I tell you what, that cookie dough is so good. I was so looking forward to the cookies. But sometimes, the cookie dough is better than the cookies themselves. I've made many more successful cookies than fails. That is true. My ratio is still pretty high, although lately my batting average has been a little iffy if you look at just my most recent stats. I mean, my overall lifetime stats are really good still. But my more recent stats, if you take them just as themselves, are not so hot. So that is the problem. Your grandma made molasses taffy that was so disgusting you can't go near the stuff. Oh, Cricket, I am so sorry. Brain fog, do you mean the Burning Cookies Club? I don't like that club. That club has cookies that suck. Menopause does suck. I still need to decide. Plus, molasses killed all those people in Boston. Yeah, I finally got it, brain fog. You are in premenopause? Yes. Yes, I know, my dear. I know, Mandy. And Cricket, yes, the molasses, the Great Molasses Flood, it indeed killed all manner of people. That must have been the most horrific. Oh my God. The criminal complaint for his felony case isn't viewable online, but there's a complaint viewable for a separate violating conditions of release case. All my friends are turning into me. Excuse me while I say neener, neener. Yes, brain fog. Ortega reporting it is good enough for me, but people can match details if they have doubts. Bill, thank you for being our fact checker. We always need to have the facts checked around here. Interesting tidbit I heard today. Costco has filed suit against the government. So make of that what you will. Hold on a second. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Yes, thank you for being a fact checker. Tariffs. They're suing because of the tariffs. And they're suing for immediate relief because there is a date in January coming up. That means that all the money that has been collected in tariffs can be spent. That is a date coming up in January. And Costco's contention is if that money gets spent, they'll never get their money back if the tariffs are going to be returned. So that is Costco's argument, as I understand it in a nutshell. You got your Wegovy from Costco for $150 less than last month today. That's excellent, brain fog. Yeah, the Costco pharmacy is killer good. And I like supporting a company that treats their workers well. I like that a lot. They treat their workers well, they pay everybody well. They offer they offer health care. It's it's a living wage. There is a lot of good to say about Costco. So, it'll be interesting to see how that lawsuit suit plays out. Costco is led by a Mormon. Well, he treats his people right. There is another name connected to the case that is unusual, and there are Scientology related results when you Google that name. It's definitely the same guy. I didn't realize that the Costco founder was a Mormon. Antics? Give me more detail. Right now, as long as he doesn't have missionaries at the front door, I don't care. You got the whole docket, Dusty? Oh, do tell. Your tablet died, you're behind now and catching up? Okay. Hold on a second. Dusty? You see that, Dusty? I'm playing StreamYard today. I sat down to schedule you guys and I could not remember the name of the other streaming site. I don't have it, Dusty. All I've got is Tony Ortega's reporting. That's all I've got. If you've got the actual court docket, you've got a lot more than I do. If you don't want to come up, though, I understand. I sprung it on you. I don't usually do that. Y'all know. So, Antics, yeah, I'm not finding anything that says there's LDS in Costco leadership. So if you could send me to that, if you could cite that for me. No, nobody's fighting. I don't think so, Mandy. Did I give that impression? Bill says, if you look at the separate misdemeanor cases for violating conditions, you can view the documents in that one if you have a public login account. He also has a recent divorce in Pinellas. Okay, let's see what Dusty sent me, y'all. Hold on. Well, we'll black that out. What does it say? Yeah. That's what it says. No fighting, Mandy. What did you just realize, Antics? Okay, Dusty. That's okay. I'm not going to show it anyhow. It's inappropriate behavior and assault of a child less than 12 years old. I don't know what the update is on Aaron's situation. Dusty, do you know? Does anybody know? Justin didn't hit the like button. Justin, did you hit the like button? I haven't heard anything about Aaron's situation. I have been so distracted with the holiday. So distracted with the holiday. Hearing on Friday. Do they expect he'll be released then? I mean, is this judge going to keep him until trial? I don't quite understand what these why I don't understand. I don't understand. I guess I don't understand the whole thing. Why I understand why he's in jail, but I don't understand. Are they not holding him up until trial? And if they're not holding him up until trial, then why is he in there to begin with? Mandy, I haven't been keeping up with things lately either. And the holiday got in the way. I really took a holiday, guys. I did not pay much attention. That's not true. I still paid attention to the news, but I did not pay much attention to y'all around here. Not very much at all. You've got a new cat? You only know it through local Mormons. You're not saying don't shop there. Okay, got it, Antics. Susan, they could hold him until trial. You're trying to save the life of a stray. Oh, I saw that, Mandy. What's going on with the stray? I thought you were just looking for a home. I don't know anyone in Seattle who's wanting a cat right now. You're in your tubbling? Are you in your hot tub, Dusty? You don't know how sick he is? Oh my, Mandy. Your whole body hurts, Dusty. I am so sorry, honey. But I am jealous. You've got the hot tub. I don't have a hot tub to go sit in, honey. You don't think anyone wants to take on a cat with a sickness? What? Yes. Not many people will take on a kitten with sickness. That is admirable, Mandy. What kind of help do you need? Do you have a GoFundMe or anything happening? Googling it doesn't show the Mormon thing to be true. It's just what I've heard from local Mormons, so it might be false. It's interesting they would tell you that, though, Antics. You don't yet? You're going to make an appointment later this week to get more things looked at. Oh, dang it. I needed to make some arrangements today, to call and make some arrangements. Dusty, it's whether or not Mormons founded or are in Costco leadership. I forgot, you are the expert, aren't you, Dusty? Antics got the impression from local Mormons that Mormons were high up in Costco leadership or were founders of the company. Mandy, make sure and, well, I'm not going to be able to do much, but make sure and let me know, and I can see I can work hard at remembering to mention it on Thursday. So, guys, we have gone past first Minnesota goodbye, past second Minnesota goodbye. So we are past second Minnesota goodbye. Costco does kind of echo early Mormon ideas about a united order, but in a better and non-creepy way. Well, I think Costco does a lot of good. I think Costco does a lot of good, and I am happy. Yeah, I couldn't find anything either. They might be shareholders, but what that person told you seems to be verifiably false. Yeah, antics. Maybe the director of the local store is a Mormon? That could be it, antics. Maybe the director of a local store is a Mormon? That wouldn't surprise me. Ah, professor. Maybe they were confusing Costco with Bosco, the chocolate beverage of the Lamanites. Oh, Bill. Oh, you guys. Except for that green spot. Local store, as if there is one. There are probably 5 within 10 minutes of you. Wow, antics. I've got 1 in 10 minutes and 1 25 minutes and probably another 5 within an hour. Yeah, it might have been just the regional director or something and it got twisted. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It could have just gotten twisted. 5 locally that you've shopped at. That's amazing. LDS maybe, FLDS no. Got it, Dusty. Got it. You've never been to one. Well, Cricket, when you come to the West Coast, we will have to take you to a Costco. It is a wonderful thing, the Costco. Unless you go on the wrong day, and then it can be terrible, although it's never quite as bad as some other. You could not deal with the shopping experience? Oh, Professor, I am sorry. It was oh, that's why there's so many. Got it, antics. You've never been to one either, Susan? Well, like Professor says, the shopping experience can be a lot. It just depends. I go in prepared. We go I go in at specific times when I know there's going to be less shoppers there. And we still have a large enough family that it makes sense for us to have an executive membership. And so they have earlier hours for executive members. You shop every few days, so buying in bulk isn't a priority. Yeah, I get it, Cricket. Don't try to buy gas there in the middle of the day. Not if you're in a hurry. Absolutely not if you're in a hurry. When I go to buy gas at Costco, I am never in a hurry. Just sit and wait. And I we still end up shopping for 10% off Kirkland products with a Guy Fawkes mask or a squirrel patch. To save a dime a gallon? Yes, professor. If you price it out, it's not worth it. You're talking about pennies. It's just not worth it. You still have a membership, but I almost never go there as a single person. But when the kiddos were little, I went, and my kids use my account now more than me. Yes, antics. I think our kids all have their own memberships. Our kids all have their own memberships. And it depends on when you go. It does depend a lot on when you go. Antics. Like I said, I never plan. I always expect to wait, and I'm always pleasantly surprised. But I also, you know, I fill up my gas when my tank is half full so that when I drive by and go to get gas and the line is backed up 6 lanes, 6 football fields deep. I'm exaggerating. It doesn't get that bad, but if it's backed up, I have enough gas, I just come back another time. And yes, you get anxiety shopping there before Thanksgiving. So you exactly. Weekends can be nuts, but Tuesday morning is easy peasy. And you know what? My husband and I went shopping. We went to Costco Sunday morning at the executive membership hours, and it was pleasant. It was downright pleasant. The store was almost empty. Apparently, there had been a line around the building on Saturday. So going on Sunday was a really brilliant choice by the husband. You've gone there just to show your exchange students so they can marvel at it all. Exactly, antics. Isn't it brilliant to do? They're like, yeah, they just can't get over the excitement, the brilliance, the I've not seen that before. Yeah. We had years and years and years ago, we had a Dutch exchange student. And in the Netherlands, cinnamon is not a sweet spice, it is a savory spice in the Netherlands. Anyhow, it is sweet and savory. So it's a savory spice in the Netherlands. She could not understand the idea of a cinnamon roll. She thought the sweet of she could not wrap her brain because savory was so, she associated savory so much with cinnamon. She didn't have the sweet association. She could not grok the idea of a cinnamon roll until we gave her one. At which point she thought that she'd died and gone to heaven. Yeah, she really loved cinnamon rolls. It was funny. It was very, very funny. Okay, you guys, we have hit third Minnesota goodbye. Let's see who we get to show up. My hair's already starting to grow back. I don't know what I'm going to do if I just have this stripe of hair on my head. I think it kind of looks funny. Yes, it is sweet and savory, but she just was only associating it with sweet. I can understand. I really, really love Petitio. And I expect if I loved eggplant, if I had my first cinnamon roll here, I might not leave. Well, you did have your first cinnamon roll here and you didn't leave, Cricket. I like cinnamon too. Cinnamon is one of my favorites. I like cinnamon and almond and lemon and clove. Almond, nutmeg. What spices does everybody like? That's an interesting question. Not one I ever thought to ask. What are your favorite flavors? What spices? What spices do you like? Cinnamon rolls are the best, aren't they? Cinnamon rolls are the best. Nutmeg. Nutmeg. Cumin. Cumin is nice. I like cumin. Basil, ginger. You know what I love is candied ginger. I love candied ginger. I love candied ginger. Cardamom. Cardamom has to be my favorite. White cardamom. That has to be my favorite. It is good for you. Cardamom. Yes, cardamom. Oh, your grandmother kept gum for you. Wow. That mixed spice smell. I bet. I bet. Of everything together, the allspice and the clove and the nutmeg and the everything. Yes, Cricket, I remember that smell. Someone should make a perfume of that smell, Cricket. Someone should make a perfume of Grandma's old spice cabinet. That would be a brilliant perfume. You miss rosemary? Oh, antics. I am sorry. I've got a big old ass rosemary bush out back. Your grandmother was a lovely woman, but a terrible cook. Oh, that's funny, Cricket. So why'd she keep the I love the smell of it too, Antics. It's a wonderful smell. You can't even smell it. Can you smell it? Are you allowed to smell it? Natural convulsant, and it gives you oh, Antics. That's terrible, Antics. I am so sorry. Sorry, my computer's talking to me. You can't have sage either. Your grandfather did a lot of the cooking. Oh, that's nice, Cricket. My grandfather cooked too. My grandfather also made really intricate needlework. Really intricate needlework. I've heard of lavender being a problem. I've heard other people have a problem with lavender. How do you deal with lavender that's just naturally in the air, Antics? A lot of people put lavender in their laundry. Yeah, I have heard of lavender making people sick. That is not that is not news to me. Yes, you can cook with lavender. Absolutely, you can cook with lavender. That's how you found out? Oh, antics. You went to a French friend's house and had lavender tea. Oh my goodness. What a terrible way to find out. What a terrible way to find out. I was just thinking about what to do, trying to think of some way to award the third Minnesota Goodbye Award if we don't get a third Minnesota Goodbye guest. And so, what I was thinking is it would be fun to give people a number as they show up in the stream. So, in this case, Lupita would be number 1, and so on, until we get to Antics or whomever. And then at the end of the stream, the person with the lowest number who's in the stream at the end gets the third Minnesota Goodbye Award. She invited you back and had a lavender diffuser going. Yeah, people don't even think about it, Antics. I'm sure it's really difficult for you. Never went back to her house again. You have a lot of international friends. Yeah, I bet you do, Antics. I bet you do. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe we'll start trying that next week. What do you guys think about that? I know it's a little complicated, but used to work in an international office. Yeah. I would prefer to do that. And give it away to whoever shows up later or whoever shows up. See, what that does is it rewards people who stayed and hung out for the whole time. That's my thought. What do you guys think? And you're a Francophile, so it was a loss. I'm so sorry, Antics. I'm so sorry. Guys, I got to figure out what to do with all these rocks I painted. If I want to use my brain to track that, cool. At least I don't have to keep track of it. I don't know. I'll think about it. Sounds good, Cricket. I just hate having it go to waste. And at least then the French can be intolerable. Yes, they can be intolerable. But, you know, everybody can be intolerable at one point or another. And yes, Professor, I would use my brain. Antics, the thing that I was talking about if we don't get a third goodbye award, then we could give a number to each person as they arrive. And then the third Minnesota Goodbye Award, if it wasn't awarded, would be to go to the person with the lowest number still on the list. Is that too complicated? It's probably too complicated. Generally, if I think it up, it's too complicated. Guarantee you. I always make it complicated. It's just a talent I have. I know not whence it came. I just know that I've always had it. No, Antics. It would not be the last person in. It would be the person who was the earliest in who stayed. So it would not be the person with the highest number. It would be the person with the lowest number. Does that make sense? So I'd have to go back and chat. Let me see how far it lets me go back and chat. Oh, look, it lets me go all the way back in chat. So Professor is still here, isn't he? Professor or Bill? Professor or Bill? Or brain fog? Next birthday or the mod who deletes the most trolls? Oh, you were suggesting a simpler answer. I hear you, Antics. Professor, yes. Professor came after Mandy. He's my guy. He is. Professor, you win third Minnesota Goodbye. Let me now show you third Minnesota Goodbye. Check it out. Check it out. There you go, Professor. That's okay, Professor. You came back. You were here at the end. That's what counts. I'm not going to mark your attendance. Yep, it still counts. Okay, you guys. Lupita, are you still here? Bless your heart, sweetie. Okay, you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying. I will see you Thursday. Yes, I will. Thanks for the birthday wishes, y'all. Take care. Bye bye.